Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Today we have to look for alter ego. Okay, first things first, to the dining hall. I found myself in surprisingly high spirits and hurried to the dining hall. But when I found out what was waiting there for me, Is this it? What happened to the others? Aren't they coming? There were only 3 people in the dining hall, Sakura, Hina, and Kyoko. So including me, only 4 people. God, this is why I hate people who take their sweet time with everything.
However...
Anyway, let's wait a little while longer for the others. There was a murder, wasn't there? So we decided to wait in case anyone else showed up, because it's about time for something like that to happen. But no matter how long we waited... So it's 8 o'clock, we've been waiting here a full hour. Why haven't the others come? Hiro and Celeste have never missed a day till now, and what I'm really worried about is Hifumi and Taka. They were more eager than anyone to look for alter ego, and they're not here.
It can't be.
Something must have happened. Huh?
It would seem...
I was careless. I was too distracted by alter ego. But Monokuma gave us a motive. There was no way something wouldn't happen eventually. Monokuma's motive. I don't think this has anything to do with the money.
$10 million! I've prepared this graduation present for whichever lucky student makes it out of here alive!
I mean, you've got an actual serial killer in here. Like, what's stopping her from suddenly deciding she's gonna kill somebody?
What do you think? It's $10 million bucks! 10 million smackaroos! It's like totally wowie wow wow, am I right?
Don't tell me someone did something for money. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't bother. I already understood. I understood and I hated that I did. You can never really know another person completely. Anything can happen here, and you can't consider it strange. Not really.
Hey.
We need to go look for the people who never showed up. Okay, let's go track them down. Without another word, we left the dining hall.
Hey.
We can cover more ground if we split up. Sakura, you go check the dorms. Make sure to check all of our rooms. Makoto, you check the first floor of the school. Meanwhile, I'll check the second floor.
Okay.
Okay, and I guess I'll check the third floor.
Anyway.
Don't take any risks. If anything happens, call for help right away.
But...
I really hope nothing happens. So do I.
Well then.
Okay, let's go. Anxiety was written across each of our faces as we went our separate ways. Without hesitating, I rushed to the first floor of the school. Okay, I need to look around the first floor. Alright, nothing in here. Nothing in the classroom. Someone come here. What? That was Hina. She's supposed to be checking the third floor. There was no time to think. I was running for the stairs before I knew what was happening. I flew up the stairs leading to the third floor. Right away, I saw her standing there in the hallway.
Please!
Kodo. Hina, what's wrong? It's awful. The rec room door was open. When I looked inside, I saw. What did you see? I better get the others right. I'm gonna go get them. You go on ahead, Makoto. Before I could say anything, she was rushing downstairs. The rec room, what did she see in there? By this point, I was used to acting without thinking. So without thinking, I left it to the rec room. The first thing I saw when I got in the rec room was... Celeste. Oh, she's alive. It was Celeste, and she was hurt. What the hell is going on? Makoto. Celeste, what happened? I was stupid. I got attacked. Attacked by who? I'm not sure. Some sort of strange man. Strange man. A suspicious person whose existence is so unusual I can't help but call him strange. Without a doubt, it was some sort of strange, suspicious individual. And that man attacked me with a hammer on the ground there. I'm half wondering if she's making this up. What is this? Unless she's talking about what we saw talking to Monokuma, which kind of looked like a guy from the back. What is this? Some kind of wooden hammer or something? Pretty strange design. There's some writing on the head. Justice Hammer 1. Well, Justice Hammer screams Taka. That is the hammer he attacked me with. I barely managed to avoid the blow, but I stumbled and fell. I now curse my lack of daily exercise. So you were attacked with this. Justice Hammer 1. Makoto Celeste.
Okay.
I found Sakura.
What?
Celeste, what on earth happened here? Apparently she was attacked by some kind of strange man. A strange man. Tell us everything you can remember, Celeste. Be as detailed as you can. Well, it all happened earlier this morning. I woke up a little before 7 a.m. Nighttime was not yet over. Okay, hold on. I should probably be remembering this. I woke up a little before 7 a.m. Nighttime was not yet over. But I knew it was about to end, so I decided it would be okay if I decided to take a little stroll around the first floor. I understand now that was a mistake. Anyway, that is where I first saw the strange man. I was immediately wary of him. He was obviously suspicious, so I decided to follow after him in secret. As I followed, I saw him go into the rec room. I tried to peek through the gap in the door, which is when he noticed me, and that's when you were attacked. It happened after 7 a.m., just after nighttime had ended. So if it happened just after 7 o'clock, then that was about an hour ago, right when we were all meeting in the dining hall. The attack caused me to lose consciousness, which would mean I was unconscious for about an hour.
But...
Well, I'm just glad you weren't hurt too badly. That is because I begged and groveled for my life. You did.
as for me...
I told him I would do anything if he spared me. I offered to lick his boots, whatever it took.
I see.
So you were willing to throw away all of your pride.
Indeed.
It is a necessary skill for survival. Anyway, the important thing now is that we go search for this suspicious individual. If we do not hurry, this could become a serious problem. Celeste, what do you mean a serious problem? When I looked in the rec room, I saw that the suspicious man was not alone. He had with him Hifumi. After he attacked me, he dragged Hifumi away.
What?
You mean Hifumi was kidnapped? Shouldn't we start looking for him then? Listen, Celeste, did anything in particular stand out about this strange guy? Did anything stand out? Well, rather than trying to explain it, it would probably be faster if I simply showed you. Show us.
Indeed.
This is Hifumi's hand-me-down, his digital camera. You don't mean...
Actually...
I was able to photograph the suspicious individual without him realizing it. Okay, because I was starting to think Celeste was making this whole thing up, but now I'm wondering.
Huh?
Seriously, let's see it. I would tell you not to be shocked, but I fear it would do you no good. With that strange comment in mind, we all looked at the camera. Dear God, it's a transformer. Huh? What? Well, you were definitely right about this strange part. Their face is totally covered. Is that a robot costume? As I said, a very strange and suspicious individual, yes. So this weird robot guy dragged Hifumi away. And I took this right after being attacked. In other words, a full hour ago. Which is why if we don't hurry, it could become a serious problem.
I see.
I believe I understand what happened. Well, no, there is much I don't understand, but... The point is, someone dressed like that dragged Hifumi away. Well, it's got that RJ thing, which screams Taka. And it happened over an hour ago.
Just a second.
This is bad, we have to hurry. Celeste, do you know where this mysterious man went?
Let's see...
When they left the rec room, they headed
I
left.
see.
If that's true, they were headed toward the stairs leading down to the second floor. Then he must be down there, right? The second floor, that's where Kyoko was supposed to be. Huh? Speaking of which, why isn't Kyoko here? Sorry, I didn't have time to go look for her.
This is bad.
This is bad. If the strange man did head to the second floor, Kyoko might run into him. Why did Hina not have time to look for Kyoko? If Hina was on the third floor, Kyoko was on the second floor, and Sakura was much farther away than Kyoko. We have to hurry, Kyoko's in danger. As soon as the words were out of my mouth, we all rushed out of the room and down to the second floor. Hey, you two.
What?
What's going on? What's all the fuss?
What?
Yeah, you guys playing a game or something?
What are you saying?
Does it freaking look like we're playing a game? Listen, have either of you seen Kyoko or Hifume?
You've gotta be kidding!
Nope, sure haven't. Are they on this floor? We just got here ourselves. I heard some kind of uproar, so I came running. We came here together.
Stop talking.
No, you're just stalking me. Anyway, can you guys help us look for him?
What?
Why? What happened? There's no time now. We'll explain later.
That's fine.
Well, fine. It sounds like something interesting is going on.
Okay.
Fumi, Kyoko, if you can hear me, say something. Her voice echoed down the hall in vain.
Oh.
Did you hear something? Maybe.
Perhaps.
I think it came from the library.
Okay.
Library. Okay, let's go. We ran to the library as fast as our legs would carry us. When we opened the door to the library... It hurts. We found Ifumi, seriously injured. Are you okay? I'm glad to see you're still alive. It's super bad, though. Look at all the blood.
What?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Or that's what I decided to call him just now.
What did you say?
What are you talking about? Whoa, Fat Boy took a serious shellacking.
What did you say?
Robo Justice. I'm glad to see he is still alive. Are you? It's a hammer, just like the one Celeste was attacked with in the rec room, but this one is Justice Hammer 2. And on top of that, this one is actually a little bigger than the first one. He attacked me with that hammer. He bonked me right on the head with it.
Well...
A hammer that big, I'm surprised you're still okay. I'm not okay, look at all this blood.
Hey.
Protein helps heal wounds, you know. Would you like some? I have never heard such a thing. Are you sure it isn't just you? I'm seriously happy Hifumi's still alive, but Robo Justice... It just keeps getting stranger. That guy was Robo Justice.
Indeed.
This Robo Justice you're referring to is it not?
What the hell am I looking at?
This is the one that attacked Celeste and Hifume. Isn't that right, Hifume?
This is unforgivable!
Yeah, that's him, I'm sure of it. Robo Justice.
It can't be.
Robo Justice, huh?
Damn.
It just keeps getting stranger. It's him. A robot of justice, huh? Now things are really starting to get exciting. What kind of special moves does it have? Can it fly? Can it combine?
What?
Why is he here?
Are you okay with this?
Let us not concern ourselves with him. What we need to do now is get Ifumi to the nurse's office right away. Whatever else we do, he needs to be treated as soon as possible.
Yeah!
You're right, let's go. Thanks, everyone. We moved Ifumi to the nurse's office on the first floor so we could take care of his injuries. Where's Kyoko? How you feeling, Ifumi? You want me to take a look at you? I'm okay. I think it stopped bleeding. I'm still kind of dizzy, though.
So then...
Perhaps you should rest here a while.
I suppose.
Yeah, good idea.
Well then.
The rest of us should get back to looking for that mystery assailant.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed, before another victim appears. The Justice Hammers seem to be increasing in size. First one, now two.
So in other words,
If there is a Justice Hammer 3, we can only assume it is even bigger than the first two. If you got hit with anything bigger than that, you'd be dead for sure. Tell us what happened to you, Hifumi. Well, I woke up early this morning and started looking for alter ego ahead of everyone else. I went to the 3rd floor, and that's where the strange costume man attacked me. That must be what I witnessed at around 7 this morning. After that, he dragged me to the library, and whack, down came the hammer. That must have been 30 or 40 minutes ago. At around 7:30, in other words, we would have still been in the dining hall. Which means Hina, Sakura, and I were together, and Kyoko was still with us. So we all have alibis. I was in the laundry room doing my laundry. His black underwear is as black as the pitch black darkness of the blackest night. That's more than I needed to know.
what?
Why do you know that? Isn't it obvious? Because I was peeking. Anyways, that means Byakuya and Toko were together at the time, meaning they also have alibis. Then the only ones who don't have alibis for when Celeste and Ifumi were attacked are the only two we haven't seen yet, Hiro and Taka. That's it, right?
Very strange.
By the way, what happened to Kyoko? I haven't seen her anywhere. Oh yeah, she was supposed to be checking the 2nd floor, but I didn't see her up there at all. Where could she have disappeared to? She's disappeared, huh? What a strange woman.
So that's it.
She might be exactly as I suspected. Hold on. Kyoko was with us in the dining hall when Celeste and Ifumi were attacked, so... I'm not talking about who attacked them, huh?
In other words,
I'm referring to what we talked about last night, who the mastermind spy might be. Are you saying Kyoko's working with the mastermind? That's not possible,
what?
isn't it? This woman, who seems almost eager to handle dead bodies, hasn't even revealed her true identity.
Hey,
Save this discussion for later. Right now we need to focus on finding the suspicious individual.
Okay.
Yeah, if we don't hurry, there's only going to be more victims. That might be why Kyoko and Taka and Hiro haven't shown up yet. She's right, we have to do something about that mystery man first. Don't worry about me. I'll catch up with you guys after I rest for a bit. Understood. Take care of yourself.
well then.
Okay, let's go. So whoever that is running around, why are they wearing that weird costume? Don't bother looking for a reason from a deviant.
What to do? What to do?
So what are we gonna do? Split up and look around? Our opponent is very dangerous. We don't know what they're capable of even here.
What?
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Really? Up on the 2nd floor then. You bastard, you won't get away from me. Celeste saw the shadow. We all shot towards the stairs. He must be around here somewhere. Let's split up and corner him. But don't take any chances. As soon as you find him, come out and I'll come running.
Oh,
Okay, but what should we yell?
just a second.
Anything, it doesn't matter.
So then,
Then is ha, okay.
what are you saying?
Ha or doya or whatever you want. Just yell loud enough so we can hear you. Doya, I've never heard such a reaction. Okay, whatever. Just hurry up and start looking, okay? Let's go. Hey, Mr. Robot, where you hiding? If you don't come out, we're gonna decommission ya. We spread out in every direction to track down a costume suspect. I'm suspecting that Celeste is using Ifumi and they're doing something here. I think this is Celeste. Because Celeste knows that Hifumi is easily manipulated. Only thing is, I don't know how they would have faked that robot. Maybe Hifumi made the robot out of something, because remember they said that Hifumi likes to make art. So maybe Hifumi made that thing. Oh. A strange cry. That had to be Celeste. Came from the floor above. She's on the 3rd floor. I sprinted up to the 3rd floor.
Everyone.
Over there. Over here, everyone. Everyone who heard the scream had come running.
Just a second.
Celeste, what's wrong?
What?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
Ugh.
I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he hid further down into the hallway and disappeared. He must be down this hall. Come on, let's go. What is it now? Huh?
Huh?
Oh, it's really true. But that doesn't matter right now. That sounded like a Fumi. Huh? What was that?
Ugh.
That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
What?
What about the suspect? We've gone to all this trouble to capture him, right? Then why don't we split into 2 groups?
It's all clear now.
I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting.
So then.
Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will lead the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya.
So then.
We'll handle it. Just go take care of Hifumi. Okay, you guys be careful. With that, we split into 2 groups. Me, Celeste, and Hina all ran downstairs to the 1st floor.
Just a second.
He's in the nurse's office. Let's go. We stormed into the nurse's office, and what greeted us was a world of dripping crimson. Uh-oh. Well, there goes that theory. Everything was covered in red, and in the center of all this red was Hifumi.
No! What the?
It looks like something very bad has happened. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
No way!
Murdered? You're not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he? I'm sure he'll get up any moment.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Here we go again. What the? That was the body discovery announcement. The body discovery announcement. When 3 or more people discover a body after a murder, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means it must mean Hifumi. Someone killed him. One of us. One of us. And look at that. When Celeste said that, she pointed to something on the floor. Something that had also been on the floor after the last 2 surprise attacks. Before I do anything, I have to confirm what I saw. Oh, alright, fine, look at it. Another hammer. Justice Hammer 3. And it's even bigger than the other 2. Just as I suspected, 1 strike from that and you were finished. Then the killer. There could be no doubt. The suspicious individual, going by what Hifumi called him, the culprit must be Robo-Justice. Whoever's hiding in that costume is the one that killed Hifumi. But wait, you saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back into the hall. So how did he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying they, teleported or something, right?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. Right now we have to tell the others. You're right.
So then.
Then shall we go? Hina, snap out of it. Huh? Are you okay, Hina? I'm not sure I can move right now. I'm feeling kinda... This is a problem. We can't just leave Hina here alone. Okay then, I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well, I leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. I tried to sound confident and upbeat, but I still hadn't stopped trembling from what I'd just been through. Everyone else is already on the 3rd floor. I have to hurry. This is where everyone was chasing after this suspicious individual. Where was he headed? Celeste was wrong. That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him in a strange costume, man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. He ran off, going further down the hallway, way into the back of the hallway. This is getting very strange. Like, I'm not sure who could have done that. I have a suspicion Celeste is involved in this somehow, but I don't know how she would have done it. Okay, so he's got to be in a room then somewhere. Is he in the art room or is he in the physics room? There's hammers missing. There are wooden mallets hanging on the wall. If I had to guess, I'd say they use them for making sculptures. There were more hammers than this before, wasn't there? Yeah. Those hammers were painted. They were made in that room. And Hifumi made a big deal about being able to make things. I honestly think this is Celeste. As far as I can tell, there's nobody here, but still I feel some kind of presence. Yeah, I'm sure I can feel someone's presence. This presence is coming from over there in the back. I leapt through the doorway, and when I did, I found another nightmare. Wait, somebody else is dead? The second nightmare of the day was waiting there to greet me.